Good evening, one and all. I want to welcome you to our Smart Barbados launch tonight, but I'm sorry that I couldn't be there with you. But after all, we are doing Smart Barbados Week, and therefore I'm using the digital technology to join you. The only thing I can't do is to do a beam me up Scotty, but I'm sure that within the next 2 decades, we may well hear that that is possible. Our partnerships across the civil society and the private sector are the bedrock upon which we will transform Barbados from an analog society to a digital society. So I'd like to thank the private sector members who are there, the civil society members who have joined us, and indeed our international partners from Canada and Estonia. It is our future to grab, and we have to bring along our children and to ensure that as we introduce them literally to the new forms of technology, that they do not lose sight of the morals and the ethics that make them who they are. That has always been the bedrock of how we see our transition into a digital world, that we can become digital citizens while remembering who we are and continue to be rooted by the values that literally make us who we are. The technology, after all, is just a tool. We expect that we can see the transitioning across all of our public services, but we also want to see it in the delivery of our private sector services and goods. We also want to see it with respect to how we literally ask our youngsters to create, because we must not simply be the users of other people's goods, but it is within our power to create and make a better future, because we see the problems firsthand too. And I have asked all of the members of government, as we transition from analog to digital, to remember always what are the reasons that we are doing things. What is the public interest we are trying to protect? What is the public mischief we're trying to avert? And how do we use technology to allow us to do easier that which we couldn't do? I can't imagine now chairing a cabinet without e-cabinet. I can't imagine going back to reams and reams of paper on my own, far less multiplied by all of the other persons who must receive it. Not to mention the gasoline and diesel that's spent moving papers from office to office, or not to mention the clerical officers and all of the other people involved in that process. Now, we upload the papers and we distribute it to many, many people who have to receive it in a flash. I'm also doing it with most of my ministries in terms of the memos and the documents that I receive. And I hope that the rest of Barbados, in whatever station, doing whatever you can best utilize the technology to make your life easier and more efficient, and to ensure that there's greater productivity for this nation, because the wealth of the nation is driven by increased productivity. I say to you finally, though, that as we do that, never forget who we are. Never forget why we are here and what we are intending to do and who we are to serve, because technology cannot replace the essence of our being. Thank you and have a wonderful week, and I hope to pass by during the week to see some of the sessions. Take care.